Also jetzt sind wir bei VIEEL einmal am Stand hier und wir bekommen jetzt einmal eine kleine Rundtour. Do you want to have a microphone?
Yeah, so the three big things that we brought to Formnext this year is first is Hannah Cyborg. It's a fully clipperized kit for bamboo P1S printer. If you come over here, we've replaced all of the electronic boards on the printer. So that's the MC board there. This is the TH board, and this is the AP board. And then in front we have a 5-inch touchscreen with our own Pi solution. This kit converts your bamboo printer into a platform for you to put clipper in it and then DIY whatever you want onto it. As
so it's
like
completely open source.
Yeah, so it's like standard clippers. Like there's no proprietary stuff on the machine. Yeah.
Entschuldigung für die kurze Unterbrechung. VIEEL ist aber der einzige Grund, weshalb ihr überhaupt die ganzen Vlogs seht. Denn die haben meinen Vater und mich auf die Formnext 2025 eingeladen. Deswegen noch ein riesen Dankeschön an VIEEL einmal für die Einladung und dann auch noch für das coole und nette Interview. Wie ihr vielleicht schon gesehen habt, macht VIEEL echt cooles Zubehör für alle Bambolab 3D-Drucker. Das heißt, wenn du auf der Suche bist nach echt krassen 3D-Druckplatten, womit Warping gar kein Thema mehr ist oder so einer coolen Status-LED, dann schau gerne mal bei VIEEL vorbei. Ich habe euch auch mal einen Link unten in die Videobeschreibung gepackt. Wenn ihr darüber kauft, dann würdet ihr mich auch noch kostenlos unterstützen. Natürlich ohne, dass ihr irgendwie mehr zahlt. Und jetzt noch viel Spaß mit dem ganzen Vlog.
And then I think the biggest thing with this is we've added an edit curve center. So now instead of doing this for bed leveling, you just and you're done.
Like
yeah, I can show you here.
So, and you already modified the stuff?
Yeah, this is just all the standard stuff.
I tried it also. That's my favorite product after the build plate. The build plate was the first thing I got from VIEEL, and I was so surprised, even if they reached me out to test their products. And all in all, that's, in my opinion, the best product.
Next one is a pen of treats. Just recording the video, so.
So,
this is very cool.
You don't speak German?
Mine!
Okay, oh fine.
No, I do not. I'm from South Africa, so no
South
German.
Africa?
Yeah. You're an influencer, yeah, content creator?
Yeah, from Germany. I'm doing content in German, and I'm testing a lot of your products.
Yeah?
I got sent them to me, and I have a Bambolab P1S, and there I try maybe your Panna status LED, Panda alarm, and much more products like the build plate.
So let's make a coffee and then show you what we can do with it. Yeah, so there's an app coming.
An app is coming?
Yeah, we've got it in beta at the moment, and that's going to allow you to synchronize all of the RGB on the machine. So with just one tap, all of them will immediately change and go to the same setting.
That would be so great, because now you have to do it over the browser, so it's really difficult to switch from one to the other.
The app will make it really easy, so that's going to be exciting. Mpox, how are you, bro? Yeah, been a good year? How's the channel? Good? This is the edible ink. It's like food coloring, you know, if you're baking and want to make the icing a particular color, you just pour it in and make it a particular color. So this is what it is. Ready? Done. Okay, so print, and we just put it here, and then ready. Your BTT coffee is coming. And it's full color.
Yeah,
you can see
it's really fast too.
It's really fast. We did the Steve Build's Charlie Cat.
That's sweet.
So you got full color. And now imagine if you replace the food coloring with normal ink, then you can do FDM one layer, color one layer, FDM one layer, color one layer, FDM, and the whole model can be color. You want the cappuccino?
My father would try it.
There are. Who said you want?
Big Coffee.
You want? All right, yours. Done.
If you would replace it with like regular ink.
This is what we're saying.
The Vivid is just dropped.
Yeah, so this is our Vivid. So it's going for $299 US right now for pre-sale. It's got, so basically it's a drop-in upgrade to multicolor printing for any clipper-based printer, like FDM printers. Got chamber heating for filament drying. Yeah, it goes up to 60 degrees. There's RFID tag antennas in there that'll read like our RFID tags on the spools, and everything is plug and place. So we've prepared all the wires, tubes, some fake files for printers. Everything is like on our GitHub, ready to go. So you can just buy it, plug it in, copy some configs, and then you're done.
Does it detect all RFID chips from Bambu or?
So it's got the hardware in there to read RFID.
Yeah.
But different tags have different protocols for whatever they're putting onto the chip. So the hardware is there for any RFID tag, but what's on that tag is, you know, you have to decode it a little bit. So currently we don't have any. I don't have any information on which tag we support. So what I can tell you is it'll read all the tag. It's just what you do with the information that's been read is, you know, something that we have to still have to figure out.
So you are doing a lot of open source things. So you showed me your fully open source Bambu Lab printer.
Yeah.
Is there anything upcoming in the next month?
In the next month regarding like open source stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the VIEEL is the shipping in like a couple months. So
are you looking forward to maybe an own Clipper-based 3D printer?
Currently, there isn't any plan to make a like Clipper like complete printer.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Cyborg is.
Yeah.
And then other than this, if you come around, we have some like storage solutions for Bambu Lab. Yeah.
That's
the
fantastic.
Pana Station, the Pana Perch. So this is for like AMS stuff. You can hand on the side for HT, and then AMS 2 Pro on top. And then we have this, which is the Pana Station. So
the drawer for the filament.
you can also put AMS in it.
Also.
Yeah, this will fit 2 AMS. So you get like 1, 2, 3, 4 AMS with like 4 extra AMS HTs. So there's a lot of color, but a nice thing that we did with this is sometimes if you have like too many stuff on the level, the center of gravity is going to be too far forward, so this is not stable. So we made a mechanism where if you open one, the other one is locked, and it's not like it's automatic. Like you just pull it out, and the other one is locked. So So that's the Pana Station. And then over here we have Pana Den
for the P1S, X1C, P2S.
Yep. So poop falls out on the back. There's a hole, and then it all falls in here.
That's exactly what I need.
Yeah.
So
and then once it's full, you just open this and you just scrape it out.
Wow. So all the poop just goes behind the
printer and then to the drawer. Yeah. I mean, you also have like tool storage.
Oh. Because right now my printer poops the poop out, and it's behind the printer, and I already printed some bucket. But
so we're running out of plug right now, so this is not powered, but this is our Pana Bamboo feeder. So this is for continuous filament refills. So you can put like up to 3 filaments into the feeder, and then 1 extra external one over here on the manifold. So when one runs out, there's a filament sensor in there that detects it, and then it sends the next filament in without stopping the print, because it has got a buffer in it. So it just keeps printing.
So you don't need an AMS for printing with one color.
And also the AMS can't do TPU, whereas this can.
This can do TPU?
So you can like refill TPUs even. And also it's not only for Bamboo. It's compatible with all FDM printers.
Because it works on its own.
So if you have like a Prusa XL, you could put one onto each print head, because the filament path is really long on the XL, so you have to push it in with your hand for like forever. Whereas with this, you just you insert it. There's a switch inside that detects filament has been inserted and just automatically blows it. And another thing that we're releasing soon is the Pana Breath. So this is a chamber heater with HEPA and activated carbon filter. Automatic. You connect this via Wi-Fi to the Bamboo printer you have, and then it detects whatever the heat bed temperature is. You can set a threshold. So if you set it to like 70 or something degrees threshold, then you can print PLA. It won't turn on. You can print ABS. You know, ABS is like 100 heat bed, so it detects it's above 80, it'll turn on for chamber heater. You can also set it to like just turn on the filter, not the heater. So like for PLA, it'll still do the filtering, just not the heating part of it.
So this also comes next year?
This is next month.
Next month already?
This is really close,
Wow.
I mean, we have just
your build plate.
We just released the build plate for Prusa.
Yeah.
Prusa XL size. Well, I mean, we also have sizes for like reality, anycubic.
I saw you did
a bunch of other sizes.
For Snapmaker you won.
Yeah, we have that too. Yeah, it's coming.
I'm looking forward to this printer. I think that would be
a really good printer.
Yeah.
Next we have, I guess, filaments. Special filaments for shoes. So yeah, not just for shoes, but it works especially well for shoes.
Yeah, I printed Crocs maybe a few months ago, but with normal TPU it doesn't work out.
Try this.
That's really soft.
Yeah. So the thing with this filament is it's 98 hardness when it's going into the extruder, but it's 78 after it's been printed. So you get the print speed and print quality of a 98 TPU, but you get the softness of a 78 TPU.
How do you do that?
Honestly, I don't know. It's engineers does it. I don't know how they achieve this magic, but they do. And then we have this.
The ball filament.
The ball filament. You can bounce it as a basketball. It prints just like PLA.
Try.
It's called PLA HR.
I tested another basketball at another booth, but it was too soft and bounced not high enough. I think this is perfect.
That's why we call it PLA HR. It's hard just like PLA, but it's got the high resilience of TPU. So HR is just high resilience.
How much does the ball weigh? 800 grams?
700 something. It's the like legal weight of the actual size 7.
Where can I find the model?
It's on our Maker World. That's pretty much it for. We have some like A1 stuff. So we have, this is our latest Pana stack. You can put A1 on top and then AMS on the bottom. Where like Bamboo, because Bamboo just released a new firmware update where you can use the AMS with your A1.
Yeah, so I already did a video about it.
Yeah, so now you have a complete combo for A1. But you can also use it just to stack AMS. Just put this on the side of a P1S. Then you have storage solution for. This is all the Pana stuff for the A1. So we have like a Pana Breeze, which is a part cooling auxiliary fan for the A1 that goes on the back. It's right here. And then we have Pana Nehme, but it's Wi-Fi in here is really bad, so it's like showing errors. But yeah, we have the Pana Aura, which is a RGB lighting base for the A1. It's got a built-in alarm, so if there's any errors or something, it'll sound alarm and it'll flash red, so like you'll know something is wrong with the printer.
Könnt alle zu BQ kommen, Halle 12, Stand 1. Kommt alle hier gerne hin. Ihr habt hier echt nette Leute, könnt einen Kaffee probieren. Thank you really much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.